All right, Rock 7 on the phone with Josiah from Day of Vengeance. How's it going, man?
Going good.
Good.
Going
good. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the band, like where the name came from and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. We're Day of Vengeance. We're from Bradenton, Florida. Formed in 2009. And we've put out 3 full lengths now on Red Chord Records. Our name originated, it's kind of an interesting story. We had to come up with a name to put on the flyer for our first show. And so we got a band practice and we decided that we weren't leaving the room until we came up with a name. One of the friends of the band was there, and he jokingly said he was going to go up to the big Bible that was there. We were practicing at a church. He was like on a big Bible on display, and he was going to point, and wherever he pointed, that was going to be the band name. So he jumped up and pointed. He looked up and said, Day of Vengeance, and we were sold.
That's funny. That's awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the new album?
It's great. It has 10 tracks on it. Definitely a little bit more of a raw feel than our last record. A lot of personal lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention it is a great album. It's really I was going to say y'all really changed your sound on it. Like I get like a little new metal vibe from it. Was that on purpose or?
There was really we really didn't take this song, like we wrote this record to be very eclectic. We didn't really have any sort of set parameters where we had to make the song sound like this. We just kind of went with what sounds best for each song, and it just kind of went with what came naturally. And I mean, we have more hardcore influences now, and I wanted to write more guitar parts that were more groovy, and not complex for the sake of complexity, but rather something that grooves and feels good.
Yeah.
So, I think every time we write something, we always learn a lot, and I think we improve a lot every time we put something out. As far as musicians and songwriters, we understand our process more, and we just learn about how to create a certain emotion,
Yeah. Are y'all planning on doing any touring for this new album, or?
We're planning on doing touring in the summer.
Okay.
But we don't have anything to announce other than that.
What's one of the craziest things that's happened to y'all on tour, like pranks or any funny stories, anything like that?
Funny stories?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Craziest things. I mean, to me, the coolest thing about tour is just how many people have helped us out. We've stayed at so many people's houses, and they've fed us and let us, given us a place to stay, like sleep, and taken really good care of us. And so many people have just been really just, giving to us, and that's affected us all really positively.
Yeah.
To have people that, and it's not just because, they're fans of the music, they just, want to be, usually they're Christian families who just want to, be Christ to you. And that's really encouraging, and it gives you a little more strength to do the same, when you go out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, what are y'all's biggest influences?
That's tough. When we first started, we listened, a band called Day to Remember.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Day to Remember. Burn of a Day.
Oh, okay.
They're from Burn of a Day is from Sarasota, Florida, and which is basically the same area where we're from, just down the street. And they, Burn of a Day had influenced us heavily because we all looked up to that band, and it kind of got us into wanting. It's kind of like our goal when we started. One of the goals we had when we started the band was to actually play with them, which didn't end up happening because they broke up. But they influenced us a lot, and then other bands that influenced a lot would be bands when we first started out would be like As I Lay Dying and Norma Jean, Devil Wears Prada. Those those kind of standard bands.
Yeah.
But we take influence from all over the board. We take much more influences from pretty much everywhere, from bands like Brand New and As Seas Burn to Comeback Kid, whatnot. Just all over the place.
Which is always good. It's always good to keep it mixed up, interesting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about the title. The album's called Crutchless. What's that signify?
Crutchless is not actually a real word. If you type it in, it tells you it's spelled incorrectly. But we renamed the record that because it's the idea that it conveys of being basically living without depending on something that might be some sort of addiction. It might be just something materialistic that you lean on in times of, specifically in times of trouble, or when when life is just getting you down, or you just turn to certain things, and it impedes you from being able to grow and move forward and improve yourself as a person, and keeps you from growing your faith as well. So the song is kind of about, it's a reminder to us and to other people just to remember what's important in life and to focus on that, not be distracted by things just because they give you a false sense of comfort for a moment.
Well, what's your favorite song off the album?
Oh, my favorite song. I go back and forth on this one. There's a song called Selfless on the record that has a friend I met on tour named Cal. He raps on it, and people are always like, "What?" They don't think they're gonna like it, but it's actually I really like how we incorporate it into the song. It flows naturally. I like that song a lot. The way it just flows and feels.
Didn't y'all take like a brief hiatus for a while?
Yeah, it took us a while to figure out what we were doing. We tried doing different things, and a lot of our members, some of our members, well, everyone is really, has moved on in their life from one place to another since Starbreather, our last record, came out. And we were a full-time touring band, and we were very active, and we just had different members had different callings in different directions in their life that they had to pursue. So that kind of put us on the back burner a little bit, and it took us a while to rebuild. And now we're really excited with the new sound, what we have, but we're also still rebuilding for that. So we never really made an official hiatus, but we weren't exactly active either.
Yeah, I've talked to bands like at shows and stuff, and tour life isn't easy. How has that been with y'all? Like tour life? Like
tour has always been. It's never been really that hard for us. Like I said before, a lot of people have really stepped in and helped to make our touring, easier on the road. Giving places to stay and food and whatnot, and we've been really blessed on the road, man. Like we never really had anything to complain about. Like, it's easy to complain and have an attitude where, oh yeah, we're just living it hard, but at the end of the day, like, there's a reason everybody wants to tour, you know?
Yeah.
And it is hard. It's really hard, especially now. You know, gas is really expensive.
Yeah.
It's harder to get, you know, this and that. The band, it's tough to be in a band, man, but
Yeah.
you just have to have the right attitude about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. You have to be a special type of person to really enjoy it. That's the thing. It's the best job you can ever have.
Yeah.
If you love it. If you don't love it, it's the worst job you can ever have.
Okay, I got one more question for y'all. Okay, what would be Day of Vengeance's dream tour to be a part of?
Oh, wow. Dream tour. Oh.
Like, either y'all are headlining or y'all are opening for somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Have you been headline? Hey. That would be crazy, man. Maybe, wait, how ridiculous can I be?
Oh, as ridiculous as you want to be.
How about we could start? Okay, so headlining it, we could have like a band like Muse. Have you ever heard of Muse?
Yeah.
Yeah, Muse could headline, and then somebody like man, I'm really not. We could have Chariot. I definitely love to have the Chariot on it.
Yeah.
As Cities Burn, and then Righteous Vendetta, friends of ours,
yeah,
from Cody, Wyoming, and The Nuff.
That's a pretty good lineup.
It would be bizarre, but I would really enjoy it.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Josiah. That was great. Thank you. Okay. Hey guys. That was Josiah from Day of Vengeance. Their new album Crutchless is out right now. You should go pick it up. It's on Red Chord Records. You can get it on iTunes and the Amazon store.